Yo, how are things doing today? Um, Personally, I'm feeling really happy because I finally figured out how everybody has their music play when they go to like their BRB scene and stuff, and I actually had no idea that that was just the thing you could get OBS to do for you. So that's my life right now. I've been looking for looping tracks to put in my scene. I found a really cool website. I'm gonna give it a small test, and if I like it, I will let you know which what the site is and where you can get your own stuff if you're interested in that, or you just want to hear some music loops and stuff. But I'm happy. I'm actually really happy about that because it means I can stop doing what I was currently doing, which was just playing a piece of music while I have that scene open, and then manually turning it off, which worked. But doing it automatically with like actual looping music, oh, that'd be so good. Anyways, so today we're playing Forest of Doom, which I've previously described as playing like, oh, it's a Unity game. Sorry, I just launched the display thing and it brings up that usual Unity thing you know and love, where you choose the resolution and the graphics is quality and stuff. But I think we're just about ready to start this, so let me go ahead and load it up, and we'll give this a try. I just realized what I had done earlier was try out some. This is still really fucking loud. Let me get into the game and turn this down a little bit. There's a content available, update available. It is downloading now. Please wait. This will only take a moment. Okay, you are up to date. Thanks. Um, that's all I got. Okay, this is definitely was like a mobile port then. What's the story of Forest of Doom then? To the story. Oh, well then, okay, I don't want to read it then. This is supposed to be like a choose your own adventure thing, so I'm kind of curious. Reading Forest of Doom. All right. Forest of Doom is a fighting fantasy game book, an interactive adventure. You are the hero. You decide which path to take, which dangers to risk, and which monsters to fight. Reading a digital fighting fantasy game book is easy. Once you select your difficulty and roll your starting skill, stamina, and luck scores, you'll be thrust into the story. The book is broken up into sections which interconnect with each other. Once you finish reading a section, you will be presented with a number of options to choose from. Once you've made your choice, you will automatically take directly to that section to continue the story. Some sections span a number of pages and require you to turn the pages easily. But yeah, okay. 4 different kinds of link oven. Page links, item links, fight roll links, or dice roll links. Page links simply take the next page story. Item links let you interact with items. Fighting roll links will enable a fight, and dice roll links will roll a die, like skill check. Which page link is available to you? If you're not able to fight, then the fight information sheet. Okay. Are not selectable. This could be for any of the following. You must dice roll, fight, you like a particular item. Okay, alright. Okay, so I can go back and reconsider your action prior to arriving on that page. Skill, swordsmanship, stamina, constitution, luck. Only 1 die. Okay, alright. Battles are resolved by rolling 2d6 for both you and your enemy and adding the result to its respective skill scores becomes the attack strength. Speeds, what's this? Oh, good lord. your dice being white and your enemy's dice being red. If your attack strength is higher than that of your enemy, you have wounded it. If the enemy's attack strength is higher than yours, it has wounded you. If both attack strength totals are the same, you avoid each other's blows. If you wounded the creature, it loses 2 points from a stamina score. Do you lose 2 points from your stamina score? Okay, so you have to get is equal to or less than your current luck score. Okay, alright. If you're attacking and you are lucky, you lose an extra 2 points. And if you are unlucky, it was grazed. Take a monsters and lose an extra point. You lose each time you test your luck, you lose 1 luck point. Okay, that's actually very important to know. Running away. If you run away, the creature automatically gets in 1 wound on you, and you lose 2 stamina points as you flee. Such is the price of cowardice. Okay. Alright, well, let's give this a try then. Oh. Oh, here we go. One of 3 difficulty settings. This game is designed for optimum challenge on the adventure difficulty for newcomers to fighting fantasy, recommended adventure or free read modes. Play the Forest of Doom exactly how Ian Livingstone designed it. Very little has been changed from the previous version. Okay, and then reader mode is just like an old school cheater. Ah, okay. Okay, let's give adventure a try. I feel like maybe I could handle adventure. Calculate your stamina. You must roll 2 dice and add 12 to the number rolled. Okay. Roll your stamina. Oh, wow. Okay. Roll your starting skill. Oh my goodness. These are terrible rolls. Oh, wow. Oof. Except when engaged in a battle. Okay, I cannot take them. My stamina was pretty awful. Actually, all of them were pretty awful. Let's go the stamina potion. Okay, so we've done that. Select the potion may begin. May the luck of the gods go with you on your adventure ahead. Okay. You are an adventurer, a sword for hire, and have been roaming the northern borderlands of your kingdom. Having always spurned the dullness of village life, you now wander the lands in search of wealth and danger. Despite the long walks and rough outdoor life, you are content with your unknown destiny. The world holds no fears for you as you are a skillful warrior, well practiced in the art of slaying evil men and beasts with your trusty sword. Not once during the last 10 days since entering the northern borderlands have you set eyes upon another person. This does not worry you at all, as you are happy with your own company and enjoy the slow, sunny days, hunting, eating, and sleeping. It is evening, and having feasted on a dinner of rabbit, spit roasted on an open fire, you settle down to sleep beneath your sheepskin blanket. There's a full moon, and the light sparkles on the blade of your broadsword skewered into the ground by your side. Apparently we, don't have a sheath. That's kind of dumb. You're gonna get your blade all rusted if you just stab it in the ground like that. You gaze at it, wondering when you will next have to wipe the blood of some vile creature from its sharp edge. These are strange lands, inhabited by weird and loathsome beasts, goblins, trolls, and even dragons. As the flame of your campfire gently dies, you begin to drift to sleep, and images of screaming, green-faced trolls flicker through your mind. Suddenly, in the bushes to your left, you hear the loud crack of a twig breaking under a clumsy foot. You leap up and grab your sword from the ground. You stand motionless but alert, ready to pounce on your unseen adversary. Then you hear a groan, followed by the dull thud of a body falling to the ground. Is it a trap? Slowly, you walk over to the bush where the noise is coming from and carefully pull back the branches. You look down to see a little old man with a great bushy beard, his face contorted with pain. You crouch down to remove the iron helmet covering his balding head and notice 2 crossbow bolts protruding from the stomach of his plump, chainmail-clad torso. Picking him up, you carry him over to the fire and stir the dying embers into life. After covering him with the sheepskin blanket, you manage to get the old man to drink a little water. He coughs and moans. He sits up rigid, eyes staring fixedly ahead, and starts to shout. "I'll get them! I'll get them! Don't you fear! Gilbran Bigleg is coming to bring you to the hammer. Oh yes, indeed I am. Oh yes." The dwarf, whose name you presume to be Bigleg, is obviously delirious from the poison-tipped bolts lodged in his stomach. You watch as he slumps down again to the ground, then whisper his name in his ear. His eyes stare unblinkingly at you as he again starts to shout, "Ambush! Look out! Ambush! Ah! The hammer! Take the hammer to Gilbran! Save the dwarves!" His eyes half close and the pain seems to ease a little, and as the delirium subsides, he speaks to you again in a low whisper. "Help us, friend. Take the hammer to Gilbran. Only the hammer will unite our people against the trolls. We were on our way to Darkwood in search of the hammer, ambushed by the little people, others killed. The map in my pouch will take you to the home of Yaztromo, the master mage of these parts. He has great magics for sale to protect you against the creatures of Darkwood. Take my gold. I beg you to find the hammer and take it to Gilbran, my lord of Stonebridge. You will be well rewarded." Bigleg opens his mouth to start another sentence, but nothing comes out except his last dying breath. You sit down and ponder Bigleg's words. Who is Gilbran? Who is Yaztromo? What is all the fuss about the dwarvish hammer? You reach over to the still body of Bigleg and remove the pouch from the leather belt around his waist. Inside, you find 30 gold pieces and a map. Jingling the coins in your hand, you think of the possible rewards which may await you for just returning a hammer to a village of dwarves. You decide to try and find the hammer in Darkwood Forest. It's been a few weeks since your last good battle, and, what is more, you are more likely to be well paid for this one. Alright, so this is Stonebridge, River, Hills, Darkwood Forest, Yaztromo's Tower. I'm not really sure where we are. I'm guessing somewhere like in the middle of the forest. But okay, so Yaztromo's Tower is on one end of the forest, and Stonebridge is on the other one. With your mind made up, you settle down to sleep, having taken back the sheepskin blanket from poor Bigleg. In the morning, you bury the old dwarf and gather up your possessions. You examine the map, look up to the sun and find your bearings. Whistling merrily, you head off south at a good pace, eager to meet this man Yaztromo and see what he's got to offer. Now turn over. You walk to Yaztromo's takes a little over half a day. Your walk to Yaztromo's takes a little over half a day, and you arrive at his stone tower dirty and hungry. As the tower is set back on the edges of Darkwood, some 50 meters from the path you've been following, it is difficult to find. Finally, you walk up to the huge oak door, somewhat relieved to find that it does exist, and that Bigleg had not been speaking wildly in his delirium. A large brass bell and gong hang from the stone archway. I'm gonna pause for a second. I hope, I can go back to that thing. I'm just gonna turn the music off. It's getting... Wait, no! Okay. Alright. I have to turn this music off because it's starting to get a little annoying on me. Anyway, sorry. A large brass bell and the gong hang from the stone archway. As you ring the bell, a shiver runs down your spine and you realize that the loud bong invades a deep silence, which you had not noticed before. There are no sounds of bird or animals to be heard. You wait anxiously at the door and hear slow footsteps descending the stairs from the tower above. A small wooden slot in the door slides open and 2 eyes appear and examine you. "Well, who are you?" demands a grumpy voice through the hole. You answer that you are an adventurer in search of the master mage Yaztromo, intending to purchase magical items from him to combat the creatures of Darkwood Forest. "Oh! Well, in that case, if you are interested in buying some of my merchandise, you'd better come on up. I am Yaztromo." He then turns and slowly climbs the stone stairs. Will you follow him up the stairs, or draw your sword and attack him? I think we'll go up the stairs with him. I feel like maybe trying to pick a fight with a master wizard is not my best course of action. You follow the huffing and puffing old man in his tattered robes up the spiral staircase to a large room at the top of the tower. Shelves, cupboards, and cabinets line the walls, all filled with bottles, jars, weapons, armor, and all manner of strange artifacts. Yaztromo shuffles past the general clutter and slumps down in an old oak chair. He reaches into his top pocket and pulls out a fragile pair of gold-rimmed spectacles. Placing these on his nose, he picks up a piece of slate and chalk from a table next to his chair and begins to write frantically. He then hands you the slate. Potion of healing, 30 gold, or 2 gold. Potion of plant control, 2 gold. Potion of stillness, 3 gold. Potion of insect control, 2 gold. Anti-poison, holy water, ring of light. Okay. Holy crap. We'll come back to these because I'm gonna want to buy them later, but I want to keep reading this. He tells you that all the instructions for use are written clearly on the labels attached to the items, together with their suggested use. He sighs and tells you that unfortunately the magic in the item only works once, but they are the best you can buy for the money. Yastromo then asks you the reason for the purchase of the items, and you tell him your story, and your decision to continue the quest of the luckless big leg. Ah, yes, Yastromo says slowly, rubbing his chin. I heard that the good dwarves of Stonebridge had lost their fabled warhammer. Without it, their king is unable to arouse his people, despite the fact that the hill trolls threaten his village. Rumor has it that an envious king of another village of dwarves sent an eagle to Stonebridge to steal the hammer, which it managed to do. But as it flew over Darkwood, it was attacked by death hawks, and the hammer dropped into the forest and was lost. Apparently, 2 forest goblins found the hammer but could not decide who was to keep it. They wrestled for hours but gave up. Then they discovered that the handle unscrewed from the head and the argument was settled. One kept the head, the other the handle. Then they parted, each happy with his new treasure. Who knows if they still have them? So, I'm afraid your problems are doubled. I can tell you that the head is made of bronze and the handle is made of polished ebony. Both head and handle have the letter G inscribed on them. Your task is not easy. Good luck. Insect control? I feel like I want poison. I wish I knew how much gold I had on me. Let's grab some holy water. Ring of climbing. Rod of water finding. And fire capsules. Outside in the bright light, you notice the dead quietness again. A narrow path leads northwards from the tall grass surrounding Yastromo's tower into the dense undergrowth of Darkwood Forest. In a few strides, you are surrounded by the dark and tangled forest. Stones and knotted roots seem to hide in the shadows, and you can almost believe that they are trying to trip you up. The light fades quickly, and the air becomes moist and unpleasant. Deeper and deeper you go into the gloom. Eventually, the path forks on either side of a huge old tree. Yeah, I don't really have any directions or anything, so I'm just gonna I'll go west. The narrow, overgrown path continues to weave its way through the crowded forest. Strange animal cries echo through the trees. It's not long before you arrive at another junction in the path. If you wish to continue westward, let's turn to 76. If you wish to turn north, turn to 174. I guess we want to head north, right? I think we want to head north because we want to get deeper into the forest. The path leads north into the thick forest. In one of the few clearings between the trees, you see smoke rising from the chimney of a wooden hut to your right. If you wish to look through the window of the hut, turn to 38. If you wish to keep walking north, turn to 220. Well, there's no way this is anything good, but I do want to see who lives out here. You peer through the small, dirty window of the hut to see an old woman in grubby clothes with a wrinkled face and warty nose reading one of several books by the fireside on the far wall of the hut. A hunchback servant is carrying more books to her from shelves crammed with old books, charts, and scrolls. If you wish to enter the hut, turn to 315. If you would rather return to the path and head north again, turn to 220. Let's leave the witch to her own thing. Anyone who has a servant in the middle of the woods is probably not someone to be messing around with. Walking along the narrow path, you notice a big cold tree to your left with a large hole in its trunk just above head height. If you wish to reach up to put your hand in the hole, to turn 275. Fuck it. Why not? You put your hand slowly into the dark hole. Wink. It comes into contact with something cold and hard. It feels like a metal bowl. As you start to lift it out of the hole, you wince with pain as the sharp teeth of some small creature suddenly bites into your arm. You pull your arm out quickly, hanging on to your discovery. Blood drips to the ground from your wound, and you lose 1 stamina point. Do you live? If you if you have no stamina left, imagine. I don't know. It's not possible to only have 1 stamina, but like imagine. Um, imagine just dying immediately to a small woodland creature. I do live. You see that you have not found a metal bowl after all. It is a bronze helmet, and it looks about your size. Will you try on the helmet? Turn to what 179. I guess I don't really know what we're wearing, but like more armor, more better, right? You place the helmet on your head. A surge of power starts to run through your body, making you feel strong and unafraid. The helmet has magical properties and adds 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat, so long as you wear it. You start walking north again, pleased with your new armor. Turn to 115. The path soon comes to a junction. If you wish to go west, turn to 382. If you wish to go east, turn to 227. Let's keep going west, I guess. Going west, the path soon brings you to another junction. You decide to ignore the way south and head north. 97. The path leads ever northward, but at least the trees are beginning to thin out and appear less menacing as daylight streams between them. On the right-hand side of the path, you see an old oak chair covered with moss. If you have provisions and you wish to sit in the chair to rest and eat, turn to 380, 280. I don't know. I don't trust that. I don't trust an old oak chair covered in moss. I feel like that's the kind of thing you sit down in it and then like a magical spell prevents you from ever like leaving the chair again. Let's push on northward. I don't know how like hungry we are, but I think we can keep going. The path eventually emerges. Hi Soroka, how am I doing? I'm doing good. I've been messing around with some OBS stuff. I need to measure it, do a little bit more adjustments to it, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. How are you doing today, bro? Are you ready for some reading? I'm very ready to read. Awesome. So let's restart here. The path eventually emerges from the trees onto a vast plain. Beyond, you see rising ground leading to low hills. The waist-high grasses on either side of the path sway gently in the warm breeze. All is peaceful, and the dangers ahead seem unimportant. You are enjoying your walk when suddenly the silence is broken by the sound of squealing and grunting to the right of the path. You can see a path being made through the grass by an unseen beast moving quickly towards you. You draw your sword in readiness. A few yards ahead of you, a large brown, pig-like creature bursts out onto the path and halts there. It has 2 long tusks protruding from a short, stubby snout. Steam rises into the air from its sweating body. Its small eyes look at you before it puts its head down to charge at you. It is a wild boar. If you are gored to death... Wonder how you get gored to death immediately. Oh, you must fight if you are win. Okay, never mind. Now we fight. You must fight. Fight on. I'm all... Wow. Exciting dice rolling action. Oh, there we go. You are triumphant. Excellent. I win. As you draw your sword from the carcass of the wild boar, you wonder what made it attack you. In the distance, you hear the sound of barking dogs. Perhaps it was being hunted and, trapped, made its last stand against you. Through the nose of the boar, you see a large gold ring which you cut loose and place in your backpack. It is worth 10 gold pieces. You gain 1 luck for your good fortune. Walking north, you soon arrive at a junction in the path. You may continue north, go west, go east. Well, we're out of the forest at this point, so I guess we'll start going east? Walking along the path, you notice marks in the ground made by the hooves heading east. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. The hoof marks lead south, back to the forest. You decide to head north. Oh, okay, we're not going... Were we supposed to be going, like, through the forest to Stonebridge? In the distance to the right of the path, you see large birds circling in the sky. As you get closer, you recognize them as vultures. If you wish to step off the path to see what or whom the vultures are interested in, turn to 384. If you wish to ignore the vultures and continue walking north, turn to 394. Let's see what the vultures are interested in. This might be the sign of the big battle that the dwarves were in. Oh shit. Ahead in the grasses you hear a low moan. You look up to see the vultures patiently waiting overhead. A few steps further and you see the ugly sight of a huge man with muscles like knotted iron staked out to the ground. His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs driven deep into the ground. The man is naked except for a small loincloth and his skin is badly blistered from the sun. His face and chest show bloodied signs of cruel torture. His captors will not have gained the information they sought from him because he is a barbarian! That's a little judgmental. If you wish to cut him free, let's cut him free. Oh, fuck. You cut the thick ropes holding the barbarian. He grunts and sits up to rub his wrists and ankles. He looks at you and sneers. He's either delirious or ungrateful, for he pulls out one of the wooden stakes from the ground and turns to attack you. You must fight. Alright. Let's test our luck. Nice. Took less damage. Oh my god. What's my luck? A 7? Nice. He is kicking my ass. Thanks for rolling good luck rolls. Jesus Christ, this barbarian is going to kill me. Ouch. Oh my god. Test our luck. Fuck. Alright, well, we're gonna die here in a second. It's a draw. No, it's not. Ouch. Defeated. You are dead. You've been beaten out of the dark for the end. Damn. Fucking ungrateful barbarian. Alright, let's try that again. Let's play an adventure again. Maybe this time... I rolled very poorly. And, oh, okay. There we go. 1. Well, alright. Well, at least we'll have lots of stamina this run. Nice. We need skill. I'm gonna, like, skip through stuff that I've already read. Just because otherwise this will take forever. I don't want to draw on my sword and attack him this run. Okay. Potion of healing. Yes. Yes. Anti-poison. Yes. Holy water. Rope of climbing. And... Rod of water find. And... I wish I knew how much gold I had. Let's, fuck it, let's go a different way now. The narrow path continues to cut its way through the tangled forest. Strange animal cries and noises echo through the trees. At last, the path widens to approximately a meter across. Soon you arrive at a moss-covered wooden signpost on top of which sits a large crow. The arms of the signpost read north and east. Just as you are deciding which way to continue, you hear the words, "Good afternoon." You look up in the direction of the voice and see the crow looking down at you inquisitively. "Good afternoon," you reply slowly, feeling a little foolish. The crow speaks again, asking which way you are headed. You reply that you are looking for 2 goblins, small, sinewy creatures with brown scaly skin. 1 gold piece will buy my advice, states the crow confidently. Let's pay the crow for his advice, which is probably, don't give money to crows. You put the gold piece on top of the signpost as requested by the crow, after which it says, "Go north." You ask the crow why it needs gold pieces, and it replies that it needs 30 gold pieces to pay Yaz Tromo to turn it back into a human again. You bid the crow farewell. Well... That's... Thinking about this for a second. Technically, if the crow tells us to go north into an ambush, he could take the rest of our gold. But if they wanted to take our gold, would they have told us why they needed the gold in the first place? I don't know. I choose to trust the crow. Crows are sometimes okay when we're not fighting over the same food. Walking along the path, you hear footsteps and arguing voices ahead of you. If you wish to meet their owners, turn to 317. If you would rather hide in the bushes to let them walk by, turn to 392. This can only turn out poorly, but let's do it. How do I don't know how to, like... The only thing I don't know how to use is using items. Oh, can I actually see what my adventure sheet is? Access at any time. How? Hidden at the bottom of the page, and you touch the middle of your screen or move your cursor to the bottom. Okay. This explains a lot. Ah. Oh! Yeah, I was missing all of this. Adventure sheet, options, main menu. What's the stuff at the top? Oh, place bookmarks. Oh, okay. Oh, I can place one of your bookmarks to save. Oh, I have like a bunch of little bookmarks so I can save my... Oh my god. Your position has been saved. To reload this position, just tap the bookmark button in the upper right. Nice, okay. What's my adventure sheet? Provisions times 5, potion of skill, potion of healing. Oh, here we go. In hand, sword, money, gold 9. Find the hammer and take it to Gilbrand. Hammer is split into 2 parts. 2 goblins have those parts. Backpack, lantern, leather armor, darkwood forest map, potion plant control, anti-poison, insect control, holy water, ring of light, ring of flaming, rod of wander fighting, weapons, sword. Alright. Let's meet their owners. Oh dear. You draw your sword and prepare to meet the owners of the arguing voices. 2 tall, spindly creatures appear clad in tattered cloth, over which they wear chainmail jackets. They see you and instantly stop their argument. They are hobgoblins and draw their swords to attack you. You must fight. Let's test our luck. Alright, we've reduced the damage. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Fight on. Let's test our luck. There we go. Let's test our luck again. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's the first hobgoblin down. Nice. Fight on. What is that on? Okay, thank you. That you would have absolutely had to re-roll that one, but... Oh, no. Oh, no, we're good. Let's test our luck. Let's try and get this guy down to 1. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. I win. You search through the pockets of the hobgoblins and find 3 gold pieces, a tiny brass flute, and 2 maggot-ridden biscuits will restore 1 stamina each. Great. There's also a necklace made of mouse skulls around one of their necks. Kill the crow. I'm not even actually allowed to kill the crow. I have no option to do that. Not that I would. Magpies and crows are under a peace treaty right now. I don't want to disturb that. To the left of the path, you notice a large hole in the ground with a diameter of some 3 meters. Walking over to the edge of the hole, you see it sloping off into the depths of the earth. If you wish to walk down the hole, turn to 125. Fuck it, we've got both a ring of light and also a thing of climbing. Let's go take a look. As you descend into the hole, you'll notice large amounts of slime secreted by some huge creature. If you wish to climb back out of the hole and continue walking northwards up the path, turn to 337. If you wish to carry on down the hole, turn to 15. This is, like, gonna turn out to be, like, a scary-ass, this could just be, like, turn out like a monster's, like mouth or something. Let's get out of here. At last, the trees begin to thin out and shafts of sunlight beam down through the gaps on either side of the path. As the path widens, you can see a large cave entrance set a few yards back on the right. Alright, let's examine this cave. This seems a little more promising. Oh dear. Slowly, you peer into the cave and see the huge shape of an ogre walking slowly over to a wicker cage with a bowl of water in his great hand. He is dressed in animal furs and carries a stone club in his belt. There appears to be a small creature jumping around inside the cave. Let's pick up a rock and throw it at the ogre. You possess a glove of missile dexterity, turn to 55. If you do not, turn to 10. You pick up a good-sized rock off the floor and take aim. You throw the rock with all your might at the ogre, but are dismayed to see it flies past his head and crash against the far wall of the cave. You curse, but decide nevertheless to rush into the cave to attack the ogre. You draw your sword as you enter the cave. The ogre throws down the wooden bowl and lifts a large stone club from his belt. He grunts and lopes towards you. Prepare for battle. Fight on. Pain. Pain. Why? Why are all my rolls so bad? This is so sad. There we go. You both miss? Oh, we both got 13. Right, because my... And we're gonna miss again. Nope. Oh, pain. Well, let's test our luck. There we go, that should be a hit. There we go. There we go. Should be no, we both miss. That's gonna be a hurt on me. That should be good on him. Pain. Let's test our luck. Nope. Alright. I live. Let's take the potion of healing. Just consume all my provisions. I won. As the ogre slumps to the ground, the creature in the cave jumps around even more frantically than before. Do you take a closer look at the creature in the cage? Search through the contents of the cave? Let's search through the contents of the cave. The creature can wait. There is not much of interest to be found in the cave. A straw bed, stone jars, a table, and a chair are all the things that are immediately visible, but on a stone shelf above the bed, a small silver box catches your eye. Let's open the box. You gently press... Oh. You gently prise the lid off the box. As you do so, a yellow gas escapes and envelops your face. You possess nose filters, turn to 338, which I did not buy. Not 169. The gas is toxic and your eyes start to wander. You cough and hold your breath while trying to run around the cave trying to escape from the gas cloud which envelops you. Your lungs feel as though they are bursting and you are forced to inhale. Your stamina skills reduced by 2 and your stamina by the amount of 1 die roll. Ouch. Still stamina left. Yes, and you put the silver box in your backpack. You want to go after the creature in the cage? Sure. Inside the cage, a small sinewy creature with brown, scaly skin jumping up and down. He is a goblin, and he has a black shiny rod hanging on a leather cord around his neck. Well, that's what we need, so we'll unlock the cage, I guess. You unlock the door and step back, drawing your sword in case the goblin tries to attack you. He picks up a wooden stool and, waving it in the air, kicks the door open and charges at you, screaming. Why didn't I just kill him inside this... I cannot believe I'm getting my ass kicked by a goblin. Wow, what is this? There we go. I win. You bend down over the lifeless body of the mad goblin and examine the rod around its neck. The rod is made of ebony, and there's a screw thread at one end. You are excited to see the letter G neatly inscribed at the other end of what must be the handle of the dwarvish warhammer. You put your find in your backpack and leave the cave to continue your quest northwards. Walking along the path, you do not notice a rope noose hidden beneath some fallen leaves ahead of you. Your foot catches you in the noose, and suddenly you are hauled into the air by the rope, which is tied to a sprung tree. Okay. In a second, you are hanging upside down, suspended by your trapped foot. Test your luck. Nope. Sadly, your luck has run out. If you're lucky, your sword remained in its scabbard and you're able to use it to cut yourself down from the man trap. If you're unlucky, your sword slips from a scabbard and drops to the ground, leaving you dangerously helplessly. Oh, I got achievements. You curse as your... I can't read this. You wonder who set this infernal trap. After 10 minutes, you hear footsteps and begin to panic, making frantic swaying movements in the air, trying to force your foot from the noose. Then a small boy, dressed in green leather shorts and a green shirt, appears. He is chewing on what looks like a chicken bone. He walks underneath you, looks up and sighing, saying, "Ha ha, someone's caught in the ogre's tree trap." You ask him politely to pass you your sword. "That'll cost you 5 gold pieces. Or perhaps you have a nice magical item for me," he says, eyes widening. You are in no position to argue and must give the boy the gold, or one of your magic items if you have any. Let's give him 5 gold pieces then. Give the boy either gold or items. The small boy passes you your sword and runs down the path. You cut the rope holding your foot and fall heavily to the ground. You get to your feet and brush the dirt from your clothes. To continue northwards, turn to 274. You notice a knotted vine hanging down the ground from a tree to your left. You look up and see a roughly made treehouse amid the branches. You want to climb up the vine to the treehouse, turn to 195. Sure, let's go. God damn it. Always a great sign when I do something and immediately see something that makes me regret it. It's gonna eat a couple of these. Do I want to take my potion of skill? Not really. I should, but I won't right at this moment. You reach the top of the vine and scramble onto a wooden platform. A sheet made from leaves and ferns covers the entrance to a small covered living area. As you approach, the sheet is thrown back, and from behind it steps a large and hairy ape-like creature wearing only an animal hide loincloth. He is holding a large bone in his right hand and grunts at you. He is an ape man! Alright, well, we're already not, doing so hot, so let's just jump off the ground 5 meters. I'm sure we won't die. Falling to the ground is becoming a bit of a bad habit. It is also beginning to hurt. You lose 3 stamina points for your injuries. If you are still alive, you get up and continue northward along the path. Soon the path leads out of the trees onto a large plain with tall grasses. Beyond it, you see rising ground and further off some low hills. The path splits and goes in 3 directions. Let's, I guess I can look at the map, actually. Let's keep going north, I guess. The path cuts through the grass, which is about waist high. Although your visibility is good, you feel uneasy about any creatures with maybe stalking you on either side. Suddenly, the grass to your left moves and 2 wooden tubes appear, pointing straight at you. They are blowpipes belonging to 2 pygmies who blow darts at you. For the first dart, you must test your luck. Well, that's not going to work. Dart lodges into your neck, 194. Possess poison of anti-poison, turn to 24. The muscles in your neck start to stiffen and you feel the effects of poison from the darts running through your body. You reach quickly into your backpack and pull out the small bottle labeled potion of anti-poison. You gulp down its contents. Your body relaxes and the effects of the poison fall away. On seeing this, the pygmies turn and run off into the grass. Will you draw your sword and run to the grass after the pygmies? I feel like this is a terrible idea. Like, they lost the element of surprise, but they are retreating back into the grass where they are hard to find. Let's just keep going north. As the path proceeds northwards, the grass becomes shorter and the ground starts to rise gently. Ahead, you can hear the sound of flowing water. However, much more ominous, you also hear another sound above you in the sky. A loud, buzzing noise. Suddenly, a swarm of large bees, each bee some 10 centimeters long, is hovering directly above you. You may drink a potion of insect control. As you reach into your backpack, you realize with horror that the large, buzzing insects above you are killer bees! You grab the bottle marked Potion of Insect Control and gulp down its contents. The killer bees dive down to attack you, but are suddenly repelled as though they have hit an invisible screen. They hover all around you, buzzing loudly, but do not sting. With new heart, you draw your sword and swing it through the air. You catch one of the killer bees and it falls to the ground. You step on it with your leather sandal. You continue northward towards the sound of flowing water. Turn to 339. You soon reach the bank of a gently flowing river. You see that the path continues north over the river via a rickety old wooden bridge. If you wish to cross the river by the bridge, turn to 65. If you do not wish to trust the bridge and would rather swim across the river holding your backpack out of the water to keep the contents dry, turn to 75. Crossing running water is, not a good idea at the best of times, especially when there's already a bridge. Let's use the bridge. The bridge is in a terrible state of repair, but you managed to cross it safely. You are at the foot of some hills, and it is getting darker as the night closes in. You pitch camp behind some rocks to the left of the path and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. You've been asleep for about an hour when a terrifying howl wakes you up with a start. You put new wood on the glowing embers of the fire and urge it back to life. You notice that there is a full moon in the sky. With your back to the rocks and the fire in front of you, you stand and wait with sword drawn. Soon you are aware of being watched. Then you see 3 pairs of eyes ahead of you, glowing red by the light of the fire. Another howl pierces the night air, followed by deep growls. Slowly, the 3 pairs of eyes advance towards you. From out of the shadows step 3 wolves, ready to leap on you. They attack you one at a time. Very honorable wolves. Well, I'm gonna just juice up. Use up all the rest of my provisions, because I think I'm gonna die here. I'm definitely gonna die here. I wish that I would stop rolling worse than the enemies that I fight. Ouch. I'm dead. Let's hide from the hobgoblins. As you crouch beneath the bushes between the path, the voice gets louder. 2 pairs of spindly legs and tattered cloths shuffle past them quickly, kicking up dirt and dust. The voices soon fade into the distance. You step out of the path again and proceed northwards. Let's try the let's go into the hole. And down the hole. The slope is steep, and you slip on the slime, tumbling head over heels down the hole to the bottom, into a large earthen cavern. You jump to your feet in an alarm to see the shiny tip of a poison barb on the tail end of a huge sting worm coming straight at you. The sting worm is about 5 meters long and has huge yellow segments, but all you care about is protecting yourself from the barb. It's time to fight. Nice. Not nice. Please, I would like to stop. I have lots of hit points, but, like, not having any... Like, having, like, literally the worst skill roll I could ever have is, painful. Oh my god. Start testing my luck here. Pain. Should be good. No, both miss. This is so painful. Oh my god. This worm has 1 health left. Okay, there we go. I've killed the worm. Holy crap. You walk around the lifeless bulk of the worm to examine the contents of its lair. There are several skeletons, perhaps those belonging to other unfortunate adventurers. By the side of one of them, you find a leather backpack. Inside the backpack, you find 4 gold pieces and a small corked bottle containing a colorless liquid. Well, fuck it. We've already like fucked up so badly against this stupid worm. Let's drink the bottle. You look at the bottle in your hand and then quickly gulp down its contents. You wait several seconds for some reaction, but nothing happens. However, when you come to pick up your sword, which you had put down in order to examine the backpack, a surge of confidence runs through your body. The liquid is a potion of weapon skill, which adds 1 point to future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat. Its effects will last for your next 2 combat encounters. Taking the gold, you scramble out of the earthen cavern or the path above and continue your journey northwards. Whoops. Okay, so it's cave. Well, we need the cave because we need the goblin thing, so... Let's eat up, so we're... Russian... Yeah. Should test my luck. Oh, it's 7. I think I'd rather keep it. Like, for this. Oh my god. Alright, let's test our luck. Let's see if we can't. Nope. Oh, great. Alright, we killed the ogre, but at what cost? Fight the goblin. Fight the goblin. Killed the goblin in one go. I kind of don't want that silver luck. Test your luck. Nope. Luck's run out. No position to argue. Give him 5 gold pieces. Let's... How fucked up am I? I'm very fucked up. Let's just not. Alright, so north was pygmies. Let's go west. The path ends at another junction. The way south leads back to the forest. You decide to head north. Walking quickly along the path through the waist-high grass, you arrive at another junction in the path. Let's go north. A distance to the right, you see large birds circling in the sky. Let's go see what they're interested in, and then I'm gonna be like, leave him in his agony, fucker. Gradually, the grass around you becomes shorter as the ground gently starts to rise. Ahead of you, you can hear the sound of flowing water. Soon you reach the bank of a slow-flowing river. The river is very shallow, and stepping stones cross it from the far bank where the path continues north to the distance. Cross it by the stepping stones, I guess. You step carefully along the slippery stones to the side of the river. You see that the path continues north into the hills, but it is getting dark for you to decide to make camp for the night under a large solitary tree on the right side of the path. You build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. Is this wolves? Nope. You've been asleep for about an hour when the soft noise of fluttering wings wakes you up. You sit up and grab your sword. In the light of the full moon, you see 3 large shapes flying towards you. They look like large bats, but as they swoop down in close, you see the unmistakable fangs of vampire bats. Well, I don't have them. You stand with your back to the tree and prepare to fight the vampire bats. You fight them one at a time as they swoop down on you. You must fight. Well, at least they have less skill than me, but I have so little... Fuck. Test my luck. Nope. What is happening to that dice? I'm dead. Ouch. You are dead. I'm gonna restart the book. I want a skill of like less than or more than what I had. 18? I'll take 18 if I can get. Okay, there we go. Space skill of 10. I will take that. I will absolutely take that. Space luck of 8. Restore stamina. Stamina is definitely like the thing I want the most. Begin. I guess, well, now that I can put a bookmark in, I'll just draw my sword and attack him. As you draw your sword, Yaztromo turns around and casually advises you to be foolish as his magic is great. Let's skill attack him, why not? You charge at Yaztromo, but only to reach the first stair when he lifts his right arm and nonchalantly mumbles a few words. Time seems to stand still amid bright flashes, and your body feels like a bubbling liquid inside. When the turmoil subsides, you know something terrible has happened. The stone stair feels cold on your body, and you realize the problems of life as a frog. Yaztromo bends down and picks you up, saying with a booming voice, "Well, foolish warrior, enjoy your new life." With that, he lets out a deafening laugh and nearly drops you. Then he shuffles to the oak door and, opening it, throws you out into the grass side. Past outside. Your adventures end here. Wow, who could have seen that coming? How much gold do I have left? 12? Let's buy the nose filters. I'm kind of curious to see what happens there. Let's go... Let's keep going east. Let's keep using the, Excuse me. Let's go north. Rather hide in the bushes, let them by. Let's save our strength. Examine the cave. Rush in. Fight. Let's go. Let's test our luck. Reduce the damage. It's good. That's not good. Not good. There we go, that's good. Nope. Nice, I have a high enough skill to counteract that bad roll. Not enough to do that, though. Oh my goodness. Dice, what are you doing? Alright, one more hit. I don't want to lose any more luck than I already have, honestly. He's dead. I win! Let's search through the cave. Let's get the box. I possess nose filters. The gas is toxic and your eyes start to water. You hold your breath long enough to find the nose filters and slip them in place inside your nostrils. You inhale tentatively, but all is well. After a while, the gas cloud around your face fades away and you put the silver box into your backpack. Oh. It doesn't actually help me, like, figure out what's in the box, though. It just exists. Oh, whatever. Nose filters times 4. Oh, so they actually last for more than one encounter. Alright, let's fight the Gobbo. Gobbo, Gobbo, Gobbo. And we win. Test the luck. Look, we are winning. So we are lucky. Sword remains in its scabbard. You get to your feet and curse, brushing the dirt from your clothes with your hands. You are tempted to wait around to discover who set the trap, but decide against it. To continue northwards, turn to 274. How badly fucked up are we? We're pretty fucked up. Let's heal. Do I want to fight the ape man though? Let's put a bookmark in. Let's fight the ape man. Ape man. The ape man is very agile around the tree. When you have difficulty brandishing your sword, you lose 2 from your attack strength during each round of combat. Okay, well that means we're equal in strength. But not equal in rolls. There we go. Both miss. Pain. One more roll. We miss. There we go. I win. You step over the body of the ape man and enter his living area. Animal bones and rotting fruit litter the floor. The ape man's bed is made of moss and lichen and seems to be crawling with bugs. You shudder and step back out onto the platform. You then notice a copper bracelet around the ape man's wrist. If you want to put it on your own wrist, well, might as well. You twist the bracelet into place on your wrist. A powerful feeling surges through your arm and makes you jump. Your arm feels strong. You now possess a bracelet of skill, which Will adds 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength during combat as long as you wear it. We went west, we went north. Guess we can go east. Oops. I think that's the only way we haven't gone yet. And north. As you walk along the path through the waist-high grasses, you watch the grass... Oh, okay. You watch the grass rippling in the wind. Soon you get the uncomfortable feeling that the grass is a will of its own and is moving independently of the wind. Suddenly, a clump of grass stretches across the path and wraps itself around your leg. Other clumps of grass try to grab your arms and legs. You realize that you're in a tangleweed. Despite your struggles, the tangleweed manages to grab your limbs and drag you to the ground. You see the grass begin to curl itself around your neck and tighten its grip. You choke and try to cough, but then you realize that the tangleweed is not trying to strangle. It is just trying to make as much contact as it can with your exposed flesh so that it can suck your blood. With horror, you see your hundreds of tiny blood ring punctures on your arms and legs. Finally, the weed, having drunk enough, releases its grip. You have lost 3 stamina points. I have 1 stamina point left, I think. 3, okay. You are still alive and rise to your feet, standing shakily, rubbing your wounds. Relieved to be alive, you start walking north again. Oh, hello there. As the path proceeds northwards, the grass becomes shorter and the ground starts to rise gently. Ahead, you can hear the sound of flowing water. You soon reach the bank of a gently flowing river. There is no bridge, but you can see the path continues north on the other side of the river. Standing proudly in front of you is a magnificent white beast, half man, half horse. A bow and quiver of arrows are slung behind his back. He is a centaur. We'll try to strike up a conversation with the centaur. You bid the centaur good day, to which he replies in a similar manner. It is pleasing to meet someone who is not attacking you on sight. You ask the centaur if he has any information which might lead you to your goal, but he does not know anything. He says that he does not wonder much these days as he is getting old. He just wants to own a little gold for his age. He offers to carry you across the river for 3 gold pieces. How much gold do I have? Yeah, I'll accept his offer. Ride a strange-looking horse. You climb onto the centaur's back, and he turns and walks into the river. The water is a dark green color, and you wonder what kind of creatures might be lurking in its depths. Soon you reach the other side, and you pay the centaur his 3 gold pieces. He thanks you and waves goodbye, wishing you good luck. You are now at the foot of some hills, and it's beginning to get dark. You see the path winding its way north up into the hills. You decide to camp under a great old oak tree to the right of the path and settle down with... Oh, is this vampire bats? Nope, giant spider. You've been asleep for about an hour when a terrifying howl wakes you with a start. It seems to be coming from the west some distance away. You look up and see a full moon in the night sky. While looking up, you suddenly notice a large black shape moving in the branches above you. You forget about the howling and leap to your feet, grabbing your sword at the same time as the giant spider drops to the ground beside you. Its massive, rounded body moves slowly towards you on black, spiny legs. Not wishing to leave all your possessions, you are forced to fight. Might as well take all the provisions I have. You must fight. Oh, oops, I don't know how much that actually restored. If that was like a full restore, I should not have wasted my provisions. Yeah! I hit the giant spider. I hit the giant spider! Holy crap. I win! You step around the bulbous mass of the giant spider and settle down again to a nervous sleep. You awake early in the morning and set off north along the path. The ground is quite steep now as the path winds its way up into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. All around you in the distance, you see the tight green circle of Darkwood Forest. Oh, I wasn't even in the Darkwood Forest yet. Mist still hangs in the tall grasses behind you, but ahead you see the valley floor being bathed in sunlight. All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. Yeah, let's take the new path. Go east. The path leads to a large cave entrance and does not appear to go any further east. Let's go into the cave. You step into the dark cavern with your sword drawn. The air is cold and moist. Yo, I'm back. What happened? We killed a big spider. I don't know how long you were gone, but we aren't dead yet this run. We have one half of the Warhammer. We got sucked by a plant. That was not ideal, but we're alive. We're going into a cave. You step into the dark cavern with your sword drawn. The air is cold and moist. You hear a loud snoring, and as your eyes adjust to the darkness, you can see the large bulk of a cave troll asleep in a large stone chair. His skin is brown and wrinkled, and he is wearing animal hides. A wooden club lies across his lap, and a large leather bag hangs on the back of the stone chair. Will you creep up and take the leather bag from the cave troll while he sleeps? Take out the net of entanglement, if you have it, from your backpack. Or walk back to the junction. I guess we'll put another bookmark here. Let's try and take the bag. Test the luck. That's not gonna work. Unlucky, you kick a small stone, travels across the cave floor, and awakens the cave troll. The cave troll stands up and growls loudly. He is very annoyed at seeing an intruder with his cave and walks towards you while swinging his club. You must fight. Nice. Nice. You both miss. I am such a big fan of having a skill rating that's not complete garbage. I win! You lift the leather bag off the stone chair and walk outside. Examining the contents of the bag, you find 5 gold pieces, an interesting piece of painted canvas, and a small brass bell. You put these in your backpack and walk back to the junction in the path to head north. Eventually, the path levels out and you find yourself in a valley floor. The path continues north, but also a new path leads off to the west. Well, the last path went pretty well. Let's go west. Walking along the tranquil valley floor, you arrive at a junction in the path. You see that the way south leads back to the hills, so decide to dismiss that option. Where are we? Okay, so we dismissed that option. So we're here, so we can either keep heading west or go north. Let's go west. To the right of the path, you see a stone well with a bucket and turning handle. I'm just trying to think for a second, like, because like you can go west, but I don't think you can actually. Weirdly enough, I think like if you do not go east, you cannot fight this goblin or the goblin that has the. I wonder how that works. To the right of the path, you see a stone well with a bucket and turning handle. Let's take a look at. Well, let's put a bookmark in. Let's take a closer look at the well. A ladder runs down the side of the well to the water below. However, there appears to be a tunnel just above the surface of the water running north. It is circular and has a diameter of 1 meter. You may toss a gold piece into the well to make a wish, descend in the ladder to look down the tunnel, or return to the path to head west. Let's descend the ladder. Climbing down the ladder, do you not notice that a rung is missing? You slip and lose your footing. Test your luck. I think my luck is like 5. Oh yeah, we're gonna die. If you are unlucky, you fall off the ladder and plunge to the water below. You smash your head on the side of the water as you fall. Are you wearing a helmet? I am not. You lose 2 stamina points for the deep cut on your forehead. If you're still alive, turn to 225. You curse and pull yourself out of the water to the entrance of the tunnel. You are surprised to see it is lit by torches at regular intervals along its length. Yeah, let's go. Let's crawl along the tunnel. The tunnel continues north until at last you arrive at a junction. East or west? Where's my map? Let's go west. Junction of the tunnel. Let's go north. Oh, ahead you hear high-pitched voices frantically calling to each other. The tunnel ends at a small cave entrance. Suddenly, an arrow flies out of the cave towards you. What is my luck? My luck is like 4. We're not going to make this roll. Yep. Lodges in your shoulder, turn to 4. You lose 4 stamina points. I'm alive. You manage to pull the arrow from your shoulder, though the pain is agonizing. Oh, don't do that. That's a terrible idea. If you still wish to enter the cave, yeah, fuck it. Who shot me, piece of shit? You press down on the tunnel into the cave entrance. The roof of the cave is no higher than the tunnel, and you're unable to stand up. The cave is very small and filled with tiny bits of furniture and all manners of objects and curios. Standing in the middle of the cave are 2 green-skinned creatures with small bodies and large heads. They have pointed ears and long noses, and their clothes are made from sacks. They appear to be very alarmed and are charging at you with their daggers. You must fight the gremlins as you're unable to turn around and escape. Oh, whoops. Well, I've reduced attack strength. And I'm going to immediately regret. Okay, never mind. Thankfully, they do not have like a very high attack strength. By 3, for each round of your combat because you're fighting on your hands and knees. Okay, well, I won. Kill a creature who hates white light. Okay. There are many handmade clay figures of human hands in different positions covering every available surface area. Okay. They are all painted with a bright red glaze. In a copper vase, you find 3 gold pieces which you put in your backpack. There is nothing else of use or value for you in the cave. Really? Okay. You leave by crawling back the way you came into the junction, taking clay hand with you. Oh, okay, good. We brought a clay hand with us. So east would go like back towards out the tunnels. Let's go south. The cave is the lair of an intelligent creature, for it contains small pieces of furniture. There is a wooden box just over a meter in length at the back of the cave. A meter in length. Well, it's not like a vampire, because it's like a meter in length. Let's lift the lid of the box. What's the worst that could happen? As you touch the box, the lid flies up without you having to lift it. From out of the box leaps a tiny green-skinned creature with a large head. The long nose and pointed ears, and his clothes are made of sacking. You are taken by the surprise, and the gremlin tries to stab you with his dagger. We are going to get stabbed. Yep. Lose 2 stamina points. Am I still alive? Yeah. Oh, that's a bug. I shouldn't be able to select that yet. The small gremlin is agile, being able to run around you while you have difficulty moving about on your hands and knees. You back up against the wall and draw your sword. Attack is reduced by 3. Thankfully, though, we're still strong enough to just completely demolish it. Rummaging through some bedding and a chest of drawers, you find an ingot of gold. It is worth 28 gold pieces. However, it is very heavy, and if you wish to take it with you, some other large object from your backpack will have to be discarded. What do I have? I'm gonna just leave it, honestly. There is no other exit from the cave, and you have to crawl back towards the tunnel junction. Go east. And I want to continue east. The tunnel ends at a cave entrance. A curtain hangs over the entrance, and you are unable to see inside. Fuck it, let's go. Let's throw back the curtain and enter the cave. On pulling back the curtain, you see a tiny green-skinned creature with a large head. He has a long nose and pointed ears and wears large brown canvas clothing. A large medallion hangs from his neck on a silver chain. The creature is sitting at a table examining a red clay figure of a human hand. On seeing you enter the cave, he takes a stone hammer and smashes the clay hand. He is a gremlin chief and jumps to his feet to face you with your hammer. And our strength is reduced, but that's fine because we're rolling decently well, and also we have enough attack bonus that it doesn't matter. We killed him. You take the medallion from the neck of the fallen gremlin. It is made of gold and is worth 9 gold pieces. There is nothing else of use or value in the cave. There is no other exit from the cave. You must crawl back to the junction. Back to the well. Oh. You reach the end of the tunnel and are able to about to step out onto the ladder on the wall of the well when you hear footsteps above you. Somebody's coming down the ladder. If you wish to reach out and attempt to grab the first leg that comes into view, turn to 320, or if you'd rather wait for the visitor to enter the tunnel, let's wait for them. Oh, it's this gremlin. A small, green-skinned gremlin steps off the ladder to enter the tunnel. He stands no more than a meter high and is surprised to see you crouched in the tunnel. He draws a dagger from a pocket in his jerkin. Thing is reduced by 3. Should be fine. He's dead. If you wish to search through the glimmer... Let's search. Inside the backpack, you find some elven bread, which you can restore 4 stamina points if you eat it. You also gain 1 luck point. No, I mean, we can eat, like, right before a fight anyways. You crawl out of the tunnel and step onto the ladder of the wall of the well. You climb out of the well and return to the path. Well, let's go west. Walking west along the valley floor, you pass a junction in the path which leads south back to the hills. You decide to keep walking west. The valley floor is covered with lush green grass and is very flat. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. You may either continue west or head north again. I guess we'll start heading north. To the left of the path, you notice a large mud pool bubbling loudly. Steam rises from the thick bubble breaking the surface of the mud. You may throw a gold piece if you have one in the mud and make a wish. Rub some hot mud on your wounds. Well, Our stamina's okay, and our skill's good enough that I'm like not like super worried about us losing every single dice roll. So let's throw a gold piece, see if we can get our luck back. You make a wish, but nothing happens. You lose 1 luck point. Great. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not fucking rubbing any of this mud on my wounds. I don't trust it anymore. 303. High in the sky, you see a large flying creature. It is certainly bigger than any bird you've ever seen. As it comes closer, you draw your sword. It screeches loudly, and you can see its long head and mouth full of sharp teeth. Its green skin is reptilian, and its wings span some 5 meters. There is nowhere to take cover on the valley floor, and you must fight the pterodactyl swooping down on you. Well, before we do, let's eat the bread. Time to fight. These are illegal rolls. You should not be allowed to roll a dice that's 6 on top of another dice. Killed a bird. It looks like we're doing pretty good. We might, in fact, kill the bird. We have 2 luck. That's so sad. We killed the bird. The loathsome pterodactyl lies in a crumpled heap where it crashed to the floor after the final fatal blow from your sword. Walking over to it, you notice a large yellow arrow painted on the grass beside the path, pointing to the west. Let's follow the arrow, why not? You follow 5 more arrows to the trunk of an old dead tree still rooted in the ground. You see that the trunk is hollow and the hole continues through the trunk into the ground to make a tunnel. It is dark down the hole and you cannot see how far it is to the bottom. Do you have a ring of light? If you do, turn to 322. Good thing I bought that ring of light. The light from your ring pierces the murky depths of the tree trunk in the tunnel below. You see a gold medallion hanging from a silk ribbon within your reach on a wooden peg inside the trunk. It is worth 5 gold pieces and put it in your backpack. The bottom of the tunnel is some 5 meters below. Do you possess a rope of climbing? Well, let me tell you about this rope of climbing. If you do, turn to 94. You take out the rope of climbing out of your backpack. I'm going to adjust my volume a little bit. I've noticed it's like peaking, which is unfortunate. As if it knows what to do, it wraps itself around the top of the tree trunk and descends the hole into the tunnel below, inviting you to climb down. Well, of course. You climb down the rope to the tunnel below. Soon your eyes become accustomed. You know what? I'm going to make a bookmark. It's been a while. We're doing pretty good. Soon your eyes become accustomed to the dark, and you see the tunnel is only 1 meter high. You must crawl along it on your hands and knees to explore it. Okay. The tunnel goes deeper underground, heading west some 60 meters before opening into a vast cavern with green, slimy walls. A shaft of daylight shines down from the roof of the cavern, illuminating the floor. Small, pale-skinned humanoids are scattered about, and they appear to be tending crops of different colored fungi. A stream trickles through the cavern. Stone steps arise past alcoves on the far wall to a hole in the roof, through which the daylight streams. You draw your sword and approach one of the small humanoids. As you get nearer, you see that they are hairless and their eyes are blank. They seem totally uninterested in your presence, walking slowly between the rows of fungi and bending down occasionally to remove unwelcome insects and weeds from the crops. Okay. Well, if they're uninterested, I'm just going to ignore them. Okay, if I chop down one of the fungi, they're going to attack me. Demand eat a green top fungus, demand a red top fungus. Let's demand eat a green top fungus. Green is a lucky color. You shout at 2 humanoids who are tending to a patch of green top fungi. They ignore you, continuing with their work. You grab hold of a fungus top, breaking a piece off, and start to eat it. It tastes good and adds strength to your body. You gain 4 stamina points. There does not seem to be much sense staying here any longer, and you walk up the steps on the far wall. The steps are made of stone, chiseled into the wall of the cavern. They are wet from the slime, which drips down the walls. You can see that there are 3 alcoves leading off the steps into the cavern wall at various intervals up to the roof. They are each 3 meters high. You climb the steps and peer into the gloom of the first alcove, where you can see a barrel and a wooden chest. Let's look inside the barrel, I guess. Inside the barrel, you see a heavy iron shield. Let's take the iron shield. You now possess an Emperor's shield made long ago by a master armorer. You gain 1 luck point. The shield will give you a greater defense in all future battles. Should a creature wound you, the shield has a 50% chance to block 1 point of damage. If you have not done so already, you may now try to open the chest by turning to... Let's try our luck, I guess. You raise your sword above your head and smash it down on the wooden chest. It splinters into tiny pieces, and among the broken bits of wood, you find 8 gold pieces. You gain 1 luck point. Well, let's, Neither one of those was trapped, which feels like a a real, like, wow, I can't believe that worked situation. Let's leave the alcove and climb further up the steps. Climbing the steps, you soon reach the second alcove. You see vague shapes in the dark and hear the sounds of shuffling feet. Um, let's go. Let's hang out. Hi! Inside the alcove, you see far more of the small humanoids, but these wear leather armor and carry long spears. They move to attack you, and you are forced to fight the Clone Warriors. They come at you one at a time. You must fight. They don't look so bad. Nice. This one is 6 skill. We're with 11 skill, like added onto our rolls. We're pretty good. We're pretty good at fighting at this point. This might actually hurt us though. Nope. 11 plus 3 is 14. 5 plus 12 is wow. Okay. We are doing incredibly well in combat now, which is a relief. And it'll end at some point, and I'm going to miss it. I win. As each clone warrior dies, it dissolves into a pool of colored liquid on the rocky floor. Not wishing to stay in this dank and musty alcove any longer, you leave and climb further up the steps. Oh shit. Just as you reach the last steps before the next alcove, a jet of flame shoots out to bar your way. Then a large, dark shape steps out from the alcove with flames shooting from its nostrils. Black smoke curls up in the air. The beast is shaped like a man, but has wings and carries a flaming sword in one hand and a whip in the other. That's literally Balrog. A golden crown sits on its head. It faces you motionless on the steps above you. Suddenly, it cracks its whip and raises its fiery sword. The only way out of this cavern lies before you at the top of the steps. To get here, you will have to fight the Fire Demon, Master of the Clones. You must fight. In addition to its normal attack with its fiery sword, throw 1 die every attack round on its whip. On a roll of 1 or 2, the whip will lash you and 1 point must be subtracted from your stamina. A roll of 3 to 6 means the whip misses you. It is possible to use your luck against the whip. Okay. Oh, well, he's going to hit me. Hit me again, but I'm going to hit him. Hit me with a whip, but I'm going to hit him. I triumphed. I only took 3 damage. Nice. I win. In its dying throes, the black fire demon engulfed by its own fire. You step forward and grab its crown as it slumps to the ground in a smoldering heap. Its alcove lair is cold and dank. Inside, there is a magnificent throne in front of which cower 2 clone warriors on their hands and knees, bowing to you in worship. You have defeated your master. This is definitely going to be one of those things I'm going to regret. Let's place the crown on our head. Let's become the new fire demon. Yep, I knew it. The crown fits perfectly on your head. The 2 clone warriors look up and stare in awe at you. With the crown on your head, you hear talking in your mind and you realize that the clone warriors are trying to communicate telepathically with you. They tell you that you are their new master and they require instructions. They ask what you should have done with the crop of the red top fungi. You decide that you not want to be the master of the clone warriors and raise your hands to your head to remove the crown. With horror, you see that the skin in your hands is withered and darkened dramatically. You try to take the crown off your head, but it will not move. It is evil and has found a new host in you. Gradually, your features change as you adopt the shape and color of a fire demon. Your new destiny is determined, and your adventure ends here. I wish these bookmarks described what I was doing. Let's sit on the throne. Sitting in this ornate throne, you feel strangely uncomfortable. The 2 clone warriors grovel on the floor in front of you in complete subservience. Do they expect you to become their new master? Okay, so now if you wish to place the gold crown on your head, let's get out of here. You look back into the strange cavern and see the humanoid clone workers continuing their labors in the fungi field. You shake your head in disbelief and run up the last few steps to the hole in the cavern roof. You climb the last few steps and then you are out of the cavern, standing on the rich green grass of the valley floor. To the east, you see the hollow tree trunk down which you descended some time before. You pass it and return to the path where you head north again. Okay, so we doubled back. Continuing on your walk along the valley floor, you see the dark wall of the Darkwood Forest looming up before you once again. The path leads directly into the thick undergrowth, and soon you are walking between tall trees and crowded thorn bushes. It is dark and quiet. Before long, the path comes to a junction. Let's head east into the center of the forest, or north, center north of the forest. On the ground in front of you lies a single gold piece. You pick it up and toss it in the air with a flick of your thumb. You then put it in your pocket. You gain 1 luck point. Oh, yeah. Oh, hello. Walking along the path, you see a small man wearing an iron helmet and chainmail coat, sitting on a log by the side of the path. He is a dwarf, and he does not look very pleased to see you. Let's try to start a conversation with him. Be like, hey, buddy, I found the hammer. You ask the dwarf if he comes from Stonebridge. He glares at you and jumps to his feet, grabbing his axe. He tells you that he hates the dwarfs of Stonebridge and that he is searching Darkwood Forest for Gillibrand's warhammer to take it back to his village, Mirewater, in the west. He tells you that his name is Trumbull and his favorite eagle has been lost while attempting to seize Gillibrand's warhammer. You will realize you are talking to an enemy of Stonebridge. You lose 1 luck point. Fuck it, let's attack him. The dwarf is a hardy old fighter and swings his axe with great skill. Oh, not that great, though. Oh no. Oh, my shield blocked. Thank you, shield. I win. You rummage through the dwarf's backpack and find an interesting piece of painted canvas as well as a cork bottle containing a clear liquid. Let's drink it! You drink the clear liquid slowly from the bottle. It tastes very bitter and you're apprehensive of what you've done, but then a glow radiates through your body and you feel invigorated. You have drunk a health potion and gained 3 stamina points to your score. Set off east along the path. Okay, nice. You arrive at another junction in the path. Ignoring the way south, you continue east. The path comes to another junction. The way south leads back to the valley, so you head to stay in the forest and head north. Where are we? We're there. Ahead, you hear the thumping of heavy footsteps and the noise of branches breaking. It sounds as though some huge creature is coming down the path towards you. The game is not what I thought it was. It's pretty interesting. It's like a choose your own adventure like dice rolling game. So it's like those ones where you it's like if you choose to go left, flip to page 83 and then you immediately die, except in this time you have like dice rolls and stuff. It's pretty cool. Sorry, some scammer has texted me saying I have won $122. Let's face the oncoming beast. Well, actually, let's put a bookmark. Let's be a coward. Oh shit. The thumping and crashing gets louder, and suddenly you see a huge leg appear in front of you. Looking up, you see that the leg belongs to a man some 5 meters tall. He's wearing green canvas clothing and fur boots. He appears to be in a hurry and is crashing through the undergrowth as though it isn't there. He is a forest giant. On seeing you, his eyes widen, and he raises his great wooden club. You must fight. You must fight. Both miss. I win. I win. Stuffed inside the forest giant's clothing, you find a brass lantern with a green wick. There is no liquid inside it to burn. Perhaps it is a magic lantern. Do I rub the lantern and make a wish? Let's light the wick. Instead of the wick igniting, a blinding flash comes from the lantern, so bright that you're unable to see. You stumble and fall to the ground. Best your luck. I'm gonna lose this. Yep. I am unlucky. You smash smashing on a log and you lose 3 stamina points. I am still alive. You dropped holy water. Damn. You frantically grope around in total darkness. Slowly your vision returns and you stand up again. With your own... You killed a giant that easy. Yeah, he had like 5 health. That was so weird. Slowly your vision returns and you stand up again. With your own sight fully restored, you set off north again along the path. However, while you were out on the ground, fell at your backpack. The path twists and turns and then makes a sudden sharp turn to the west. Following the new course, you are aware of squawking in the trees all around you. You hear the flapping of wings and look up to see 3 large birds swooping down on you. Their beaks and talons look razor sharp. You only have a second in which to draw your sword and defend yourself against the Deathhawks. Oh no, the Deathhawks. Alright, well, looks like they'll go down in 2 hits each, so. This one will go down in 3 hits. I am triumphant against the Deathhawks. One of the Deathhawks is a silver band around its legs. It has an inscription which reads, "Death awaits you." You decide to leave the silver and head quickly west. Where are we heading? Going that way, okay. You soon arrive at another junction in the path. Looking at Big Leg's map, you decide to head north again in the direction of Stonebridge, ignoring the narrow path which continues west. The path opens out into a small clearing. To your right, you see a pile of branches, grass, and pieces of rag, the lair of some large creatures. Along the debris and old bones scattered about, you catch sight of something glittering. Yeah, let's do that, because we are, like... We're still missing the Warhammer head, because we get one piece, like, right there. And then I'm a little worried that the other piece is, like, right there, but this is kind of like our last chance to get it, really. Let's investigate. Oh, fuck. You walk over to I'm gonna see. Okay, I don't have any stamina restoring stuff, so this is all we got. You walk over to investigate the lair, but are suddenly aware of a dark shadow being cast all about you. You hear a loud roar above you and look up to see a dragon-like creature with 2 legs and green scaly skin falling down to its lair. A bolt of fire shoots from its mouth towards you. Test your luck. We are absolutely not going to make this. If you are unlucky, the firebolt slams into your back, knocking you to the ground. You lose 4 stamina points for the injury caused by the terrible burn. We are going to fight this with 6. The creature landing in front of you is a wyvern. It looks at you and opens its huge mouth to let out another burning roar. It is about 10 meters long, and its thick scales look hard to penetrate with your sword. I do not possess a flute. The wyvern's long tail swishes from side to side, and smoke curls up from inside its nostrils. You draw your sword and prepare to combat this fearsome monster. I'm gonna lose. Thank you, shield. Oh my god. Suddenly, it's just all bad rolls. Thank you, shield, again. But I'm dead. Nope. Thank you, shield. Now I just need to roll all good rolls. I did not. I'm dead. Wyvern is too powerful. Yep. Let's place the mark again. Push to face the oncoming beast. Fight. There we go. I win! I want to rub the lantern. As you rub the lantern, green smoke slowly starts to rise from the wick and take shape. It forms the outline of a fat old man with a bald head sitting on a cushion. His mouth opens slowly, and in a deep voice he says, "Well, what do you want?" You tell him of your quest, but he tells you he is unable to offer you material gain or wealth. He can only offer you personal well-being. You may restore your skill, stamina, or luck skill to its initial level. Um, Luck or stamina, really? I'm gonna say luck. I desperately need some luck. As soon as you make your choice, the genie disappears and the lantern turns black. You throw it to the ground and head north. Deathhawks. Oops, do not run away. I am triumphant. Okay, let's make a save here. I want to fight this wyvern. Best of luck. I'm lucky! I do not, however, possess a flute. Fight. Let's test our luck. Nope. gonna win by 1. Alright, all comes down to this. Damn. I thought I could test my luck on the last if I get hit for 2 points. Which was not the case. I have to do it on the test my luck. Unlucky. Not possess a flute. I want to fight. Next point of damage I suffer, I'm going to try to test my luck again. Because I need to make sure that I use it up well enough, but I think we might be good. No, we're not. Emperor Shield blocks 1 point of damage. I'll fight on then. Alright, 1 more good roll. This might do it. Nice, I'm triumphant. You walk around the motionless wyvern and start to rummage through its lair and surrounding debris. You find a gauntlet made of plate iron, a throwing knife, 10 gold pieces, and a gold ring. You put the knife and the gold ring in your backpack. Will you try on the gauntlet, turn to 374, try on the gold ring, or leave these items, Gauntlet. You slip the gauntlet onto your hand and take hold of your sword. Slicing the air with it, you feel more than usually skilled with your weapon. You now possess a gauntlet of weapon skill, which adds 1 point to all future dice rolls when computing your own attack strength. Blah, blah, blah. Let's try on the gold ring. Slipping the ring onto your middle finger, you suddenly rip by an agonizing pain. Eventually the pain subsides, but you're able to take off the ring. You are cursed by a ring of slowness, which will subtract 2 points from all future dice rolls. Oh no. Walking along the narrow path, you suddenly hear the sharp crack of a twig breaking and the whispering of low voices. You draw your sword and wait anxiously with your back to a large oak tree. Then from behind the tree, you know what? I feel like save's coming a little bit. Gauntlet. Don't care about the ring. Sorry. You killed. Yeah. Alright. Walking along the narrow path, you suddenly hear the sharp crack of a twig breaking in the whispers of low voices. You draw your sword and wait anxiously with your back to a large oak tree. Then from behind the trees opposite you step 4 men and a woman dressed in green tunics. Each looks menacing, and as they stand with swords and axes in their hands. The young woman steps forward and tells you that you're now trespassing on their territory and you must pay a levy of 5 objects from your backpack or face the consequences. 5 objects. 1, 2, 3. 4. Fuck it, let's fight him. This can only end well. The bandit woman steps forward with her sword raised, shouting, "Death to the intruder!" She is their leader, and you must fight. I only have 5 stamina left. Should maybe have, paid more attention to that. Thankfully, our skill is high enough that we can just kind of walk all over. I am triumphant! Next, 2 bandits. You must defeat the next one. I've defeated them. The remaining bandits. Yeah, this is... At this point, right, our skill is so high that... Thankfully, a lot of the times, even if we get, a mediocre roll, our sheer skill point bonus will just carry us through. So, Oh! Apparently escaped Darkwood Forest. Thank you, achievement pop-up. A search of their clothing reveals nothing of interest apart from 2 gold pieces, which you put in your backpack. You set off north again along the path and soon notice the trees beginning to thin out on either side of the path. Eventually, the path leads out of the trees into a plowed field. You are out of Darkwood Forest. The path leads through the field to a stone bridge over a clear stream. Beyond the bridge are the small cottages and wooden huts of a village. A sign on the bridge reads Stonebridge. You cross the bridge and see 2 old dwarves with long white beards standing by a cottage looking at you. Do you have the hammerhead and the handle with the letter G inscribed on them? I do not. You have failed in your quest to help the dwarves. Being able to face Gillibrand, their king, you decide to head east and find a place to rest after your perilous adventure. But wait, perhaps you want to continue searching? If you do, turn to 98. You decide that the best way to continue looking is to walk back around Darkwood Forest and pay a visit to Yaztromo. As you begin the long walk, you are attacked by a group of wild hillmen, probably the same group who attacked Bigleg and his party 2 days earlier. Sadly, my luck has run out. If you are unlucky, you are showered by arrows. There is no way you survive and your ventures in Darkwood Forest are over. Well, ugh. This has been a real neat book. I think I have an idea that you have to, like, so you head east originally, you head north, get the handle from the goblin, and then you just have to, like, go west a bit before you start getting. I think the handle's gonna be somewhere in the west, or the head. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Reading all of that has made my mouth kind of sore, so I'm gonna call it here. This was interesting enough that I think I want to give this another try sometime. It's really interesting, and I think it could be a lot of fun. So we'll try it out sometime. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and say farewell. Your progress will be saved. Excellent. And we'll try again some other time. But thanks for watching, bruh, and everybody else. And I hope to catch you next week for more whatever I figure out I want to stream, because I haven't thought about that yet. But I'll let you know before too long, hopefully. Anyways, catch you later.